Welcome to the Contracting Guy. I have a veteran who sent in the following email. He says, "Hey Contracting Guy, my name is Bob and I'm from Falmouth, Massachusetts, and I have a question. Last time I watched one of your podcasts, it was about the Phillips solicitation and analysis technique, and you referred to other analysis techniques that would also be helpful. Could you talk about them?" I said, well, Bob from Falmouth, Massachusetts, be glad to. In just a moment. Yes, Bob from Falmouth, Massachusetts. We did look at the Phillips solicitation and analysis technique last time. Remember, the 5 steps were read the solicitation, reread the solicitation, write a 2-paragraph summary, read the instruction to offerors, and then read the evaluation factors. But we want to be able to go a little bit deeper and mine the information out of the solicitation. So the techniques I'm going to just address are 3 of them, and we'll cover them at this moment. The first one is the word search technique. It's best applied when using a PDF document and using a PDF viewer, such as an Adobe or a Nuance. But let me show you what that would look like. If we did a search for will, must, or shall, some keywords, it would look sort of like this, where will, must, shall, only. These are keywords that you would find, and then you would seek them out. When looking for keywords, what it's going to tell you are action items. Keywords reflect things that you're going to have to do or things that you're going to have to pay attention to. So those are critical words in your understanding of the solicitation. So a keyword search is going to pull this information out. And you would do it over the whole document. I did it here just for site visit, but we do it for the whole document. It's important. So when you do your word search, you do it that way. The second one, the dates and times. You look for key dates and times that are in the solicitation. Dates to start, dates for stop, dates for delivery, periods such as months, weeks, quarterly, semi-annually, what have you. So you would look for those things that indicate time, and those responsibilities you would have for time. So you have to look for those. When you look for those, it tells you when you have to do something and what time it has to be done by. When you do that, you have a better understanding of what's going on. So we're looking at word search. We're looking at dates and times, things that are proscribed in the contract or the solicitation, something that you're going to have to deal with. So those are things you would look for. The last one, we look at inconsistencies, ambiguities, and contradictions. With an inconsistency or an ambiguity or contradiction, you worry about something that's incongruent. They're not flowing well. A second reading of the solicitation will tell you something about what you just read, which will then allow you to be able to question that you said it on page 1 here, but on page 14 you say it differently. Which one is it? When there is an inconsistency, an ambiguity, or a contradiction, you need that to bring that to the attention of the contracting officer so that they can address that. When you do so, smart move here, when you do see that, is identify specifically where it is. So if on page 1 you find something, and on page 14 you find something, you identify specifically where that's at so that they can then deal with it. What I would suggest is that whenever you have something that is inconsistency, an ambiguity, or a contradiction, I would choose and make a decision to respond back to the contracting officer saying, here's a contradiction here that's presented in front of me. I suggest you use this because. Now, if you give them something to think about, they may choose what you want. So if you have a choice of which side of an ambiguity is going to be laying out before you, choose the one that you want and then present it back to the contracting officer for his consideration. That'd be a good practice, is to give them a choice rather than having them try to figure it out. If you give them time to figure it out, then they'll probably choose something you don't want. So cut them off at the pass. Make the decision yourself. So Bob from Falmouth, I hope that has provided you some information about the 3 other techniques that you can use. There are more techniques, but those 3 that I jump into quite often, and I think that they will serve you well if you take them on. Before you go, got one more thing to ask you, a favor. If you would, at the end of this video, if you go ahead and click subscribe, I would be grateful. And if you like it, I would like that as well. And I would appreciate any comments you have in regards to techniques and things that you would like to hear in the future. So with that being said, this is the Contracting Guy, out. Thank you for watching the Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is the Contracting Guy. I'm out.